Right, back at home today. I'm in a little potting greenhouse, as I call it, a little 4 foot by 6 foot, I think it is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start putting some beetroot. Normally, you can put it directly into the ground this time of year where I am, but my onions are still growing strong, and that's where they would normally put them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of trays of beetroot, get them started. Once the onions come out, they should be relatively ready to go. I'm hoping you see okay here now. So all I'm going to do really is, I'm not going to sieve this compost. I'm just going to run it through my fingers to fine it up a little bit. So it's got big clumps in it, to be fair. This is the Excel or something, multi-purpose. So I'll try and not just shake the camera too much. I'm on my phone today. Most of the GoPro doesn't work very well in confined areas. Well, it works well, it's just you can't get the angles. It's this small greenhouse. So first tray, what we're going to do, we're going to multi-sow with these trays. He says that he can't even get them apart. I got these last year from Asda, about 20p for a pack of 5 when they was clearing everything out. Thought I don't know what bargain, can't let that go. I am eventually going to go over to solid plastic ones. I'll use these first. I'll keep on reusing them the best I can. Excuse the noise off the greenhouse. So we've got big twigs. I'll show the greenhouse doors that are blowing. First one I'm going to do is a Boltardy. Just going to put indentations in for them to go in. But don't forget, beetroot can be multi-sown. Depends on how big you want them. So what I'm going to do is roughly put about 3-4 in each one. Now I've already done some cabbage later on for autumn, winter, etc. They're in the other greenhouse at the moment. They've now started to germinate. They've popped their heads through, so not too bad. So this tray, I was going to do a full tray of Boltardy. I'd say roughly 3-4. Doesn't really matter with beetroot. You could probably put about 5 or 6 in it, depending on how big you want your beetroots. So we need to label these ones up. First of all, give them a bit of a cover over. Look at the size of the bits in this compost. I'll tell you something else, well, it's not going to get much better, I'll say that much for nothing. A lot of council now are selling their green bins to these big companies. The problem is, though, a lot of people like myself, I wouldn't put it in a compost bin if it had rust, for example. I wouldn't put it in there, I'd put it in the green bin, because they can get up to heats that we can't. But it seems to be, oh, this lot is not exactly the best for it, is it? Let's be honest. So let's get a label for this. Stick that in there. I'll put that one up there for the time being. Next tray. Look at this. That's disgraceful for compost, it really is. I say, I normally If I need to separate seeds, I would definitely sieve it, but these are not going to separate it. They're just growing, then going straight into the ground. But let's be honest, you don't want big chunks like this that will not crush down. And it's just fibre. But it's better than what I've had in the past, because I've had shards of glass in one of the composts. Can't remember which one it was. Thankfully, I was wearing gloves. I haven't got any gloves in there today. So that ones I'm going to do are rainbow mix. Now these packets are pretty old, so I'm hoping to do germinate. I have already got some beetroot growing in the garden, so this will go for when they are ready to come. They're only small moments still. I say put like 3, 4 in each one. You can tell the rainbow mix because these aren't as dark red as the Boltardy, if that makes sense. Once again, let's give these a cover over. Right, let's give this a label as well. So there's my 2 trays of beetroot. I will put these into the bigger greenhouse over there, so then we know to keep our water in them. All I need to do with these now is give these a good drink of water. The main thing is with these, don't let them dry out. I'll tell you what, this greenhouse is getting rather warm when now the door's shut. 38 degrees now, and that's soon shut up. I'm not going to lay these in a tray of water because it could initially rot the actual seed. So once they start growing and get a bit bigger, then I may put them into a small shallow tray of water. Right, that's them 2. All that was really just a quick, easy way showing you how I sow my beetroot. People may do it different. And like I say, normally this time of year I would put them straight outside in the ground, but I have not got the room at the moment, and I need to do a bit more weeding at the allotment before I even attempt to put anything like this in it. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye now.